where Colin was wrong.
The Warriors are 8-2, the number one rebounding team in the league. They're better defensively now without Klay Thompson. I didn't think they'd be a playoff team. They're playing 12 players, so Steph Curry is fresher. They're better defensively. They're deep. A 12-man rotation is unheard of in the NBA. They've beaten both the Celtics and OKC. Those are my picks for the two best teams in the league, the two teams that'll meet in the finals. So I didn't think they were a playoff team. I thought they should just start over. But their depth, their freshness, Steph isn't having to play 40 minutes a night. I was wrong on the Warriors so far.
Yeah, let's talk about this. I mean, we talk about like disrespected superstars and disrespected dynasties. And, listen, I'm not a huge fan of saying like something was disrespected if you just doubt someone or whatnot. But, what comes to my mind is like Nick Wright always talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. And anytime you doubt them, it's like disrespect. And they're the most disrespected dynasty in the history of the universe. And it's like, no, that would probably be the Golden State Warriors, right? And that franchise and what they've been able to do. It just seems to me, right? It's like you have what the Warriors have been able to do for like the last decade. And yet if you ask anyone, the average person, who do you think would have more chance, right? Like who had more buzz, who had more likelihood of making the playoffs, making a run? They would have said JJ Redick and LeBron James, right? New coach, JJ Redick and LeBron James, who's 75 years old, right? Rather than the Golden State Warriors, the pieces they have, right? The hyper competence in terms of how efficiently they are run. And what Steve Kerr has been able to do, there's this idea that Steve Kerr is not actually a good coach, which is just absurd, right? And just the things that they've been able to do. And listen, I don't think they're done yet. I think they're probably going to continue to make a move and get even better, quite frankly. But this idea that there is this automatic doubt, especially going into this season, right? Just thinking like they're not going to make the playoffs. Like, that's so extreme. That's so extreme. I get it if it's the playoffs and they're going up against the Thunder or something, right, or whatever, and you're like, I think the Thunder are going to win this series, right? That's not disrespect to me. Just like I don't think it's disrespect if you say, I think the Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, right? That's not disrespect. Saying, oh, the Chiefs are so bad they're not even going to make the playoffs, that's like, okay. That's like too extreme. And likewise, saying this about the Warriors, that's too extreme. Doubting what Steph Curry can do, right? Doubting Draymond, doubting Steve Kerr, doubting the Warriors as a whole, as a franchise, like they haven't had continued excellence for years, year after year after year after year. This is a team that knows what they're doing, right? Yeah, they're dealing with aging superstars, right? Injuries throughout the years, like Steph going down and whatnot, right? Like they've had to deal with adversity, Klay getting injured multiple times, and yet they had been able to overcome that and win another ring, a championship. That's massive. That's huge, right? Now it's going to be interesting to see how great will they be as a team, right? Where would you rank them, right? In terms of a top team in the NBA. I'm not in the business of trying to do that 10 games into a season. It's just way too soon to start to be like, oh, the Warriors are the best team. The Warriors are the second best team. Like, it's just too hard to know, honestly. And I do think that the Warriors need to maybe make a move that will make them more threatening, more dominant. Because now they're winning with their high IQ, well-coached, well-prepared play. Will that be enough in a 7-game series against a team that just has bigger physical bodies that can play some bully ball on them? I don't know. I honestly don't. So it'll be really, really interesting to see how their season unfolds. If it'll be if they'll be able to maintain this type of play, this style of play, and have them win. Because, again, this style of play can definitely age better and be more resilient in a 7-game series when Steph is in his prime, right? When he is 27-28. When Draymond is 27-28, right? It just kind of changes things. So it's going to be interesting. I think this caught a lot of people by surprise, having them go 8-2, and it shouldn't, because it was funny. But people are still just praising the Los Angeles Lakers and JJ Redick, and like JJ Redick's the best coach ever. He's built different, and like all this type of stuff. And it's like, okay, sure, let's settle down. Let's settle down, right? We're gonna praise JJ Redick and the Los Angeles Lakers, who have proved to do essentially nothing, literally nothing. And what have they done outside of their bubble championship in the last 10 years, since LeBron has been there his entire time outside of the bubble? Take that away, and now compare that to what the Golden State Warriors have done. Exactly. I mean, it's not even up for debate. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Golden State Warriors? Do you think this is fool's gold? Do you think they are for real? Do you think they are poised to actually be like a legit top team in the NBA? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.